What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? So I don't have a whole lot for playoffs, so we're doing something super random. Good suggestion from my wife. We're doing my top 10 mascot ranking. Let's get saucing. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Matt, and welcome to this episode of The Sauce. So as I just mentioned, there's really not a lot of hockey updates. Both series are at 3-2. The Tampa Bay Lightning are ahead 3-2 against the New York Islanders. Montreal Canadiens, shocking the hockey world, up 3-2 against the Vegas Golden Knights. So Lightning play today, Vegas plays tomorrow. We'll see. I should have a lot more of updates for everyone next week. Both of these series will have wrapped up, so next week's video will be all about the Stanley Cup Final, so very excited about that. But in the meantime, some more just entertaining content with the top 10 NHL mascots. My wife had a great idea with this, and as I was looking over the mascots, I was like, I never really thought I had a ranking until now, so go ahead, let's get into it. Let's get saucing. So before we get into the official top 10, I wanted to give a shout out to the Florida Everblades, the team that got me into ice hockey to begin with. Swampy is their mascot over here. Swampy I think is an awesome mascot. He's a fun looking gator, and he's always fun to be around. The mascot itself is just very entertaining. Doesn't do many cool stunts like some of the NHL mascots, which I'll get into later on. However, he's just a fun mascot. I've enjoyed him throughout my hockey fandom, and he has like his own Facebook, Instagram page, and he's just a character. It's a really great mascot when they have the one same emote or open mouth, and they're able to entertain you even when they can't talk or anything like that. So honorable mention to Swampy, but let's get into the NHL mascots. So at number 10, I have Hunter from the Edmonton Oilers. I think it's just a really badass mascot. I don't understand the why behind Hunter, and Hunter I believe is a lynx or a bobcat. I want to say lynx, I could be wrong there, but there was a team called the Augusta Lynx in the ECHL, which I think they're still around, but I'm not sure, and I just think the lynx is a cool animal to begin with. And I don't know the reasoning as to why Edmonton picked a lynx as their animal, but looking through the mascots, I think of the animal types, it was the most unique. Some of the mascots I thought were a little bit boring, some I thought were a little bit creepy. Looking at you, Spartacat, you look like a homeless lion. You're nowhere near my top 10. But anyway, so Hunter the Lynx for the Edmonton Oilers is my number 10 in my top 10 rankings. I think he was the most unique animal. Nothing flashy, nothing exciting, pretty plain get up. Just, I think it's well done. So Hunter the Lynx for Edmonton Oilers, number 10. I should add that this list is not only by my personal favorites of what I like, but also it's not a good word, but the well-doneness or the quality of these mascots, because some of them, like I just mentioned, Spartacat, homeless lion, pretty creepy. You're an NHL franchise, you're an NHL team. You should have the money to make a well-done mascot. So that did play a part in my top 10 rankings. I also love mascots with the big old belly. I think that's fun, where they just like move it around like a hula hoop and shake their belly and shake their butt in front of people and fans of the opposing team. So I don't know, it's just my own personal thing. A mascot's supposed to be entertaining, so that does play into it, but I've belabored that enough. Let's move to number 9. Number 9 is Tampa Bay Lightning's own Thunderbug. I was just talking about the big old belly. Thunderbug is one of those mascots. The reason why Thunderbug makes this list is because it's such an interesting concept. For the Tampa Bay Lightning, you could do a pirate because of all the piratey history in Tampa. You could do something with some sort of electric person. You could do like a blackout suit with lightning bolts. But anyway, whatever. It's a lightning bug. It's a thunderbug. I think it's very creative. It's not super cute and cuddly, but I guess it can come across that way for mascots. I don't really go for the intimidation factor with mascots, just because mascots are primarily for entertainment and for the kids. And I think Thunderbug does a great job of that. He's just funny to look at. Just the face itself is just, it's so interesting. Little feelers, not antlers. I'm looking silly doing this. Antenna, that's the word. Antenna. So I love when he beats the Tampa Bay Lightning drum in the middle of games. I've seen a lot of him, so maybe that's why he makes this list. I constantly see him, but yeah, so Thunderbug, just a very unique take for the Tampa Bay Lightning. A lightning bug, just overall interesting, and again, love the hula hoop belly, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, so that's number 9. Number 8 mainly makes this list because of how cool I think the animal is, and that's Finn from the Vancouver Canucks. It's an orca, and I think orcas or killer whales are just really, really cool in general. Badass animals, dangerous animals, and Finn is just this happy version of that. He has like this giant smile, a little derpy, kind of goofy looking. But yeah, Finn the orca for the Vancouver Canucks, I don't know, I find it entertaining. I can see why people like it so much. Again, mainly makes this list. I like the animal. I like how well done it is. It's not over the top like this giant inflatable head. It still has, you know, the player gear, like the NHL hockey gear. So kind of like looks a little bit more beefed up, but yeah, Finn the orca for the Vancouver Canucks. Pretty straightforward, but that's my number 8. I think it's just more streamlined and cooler looking than the other two. So there's that. Moving on. All right, going back to the hula hoop belly, I have at number 7, Victor E. Green from the Dallas Stars. So Victor E. Green, for those of you who don't know, it's actually the color that the Dallas Stars came up with. That shade of green is specific to the Dallas Stars. They called it Victory Green. So they named their mascot Victor E. Green. And I don't know if it's an alien, I don't know. I know there's a lot of baseball and basketball mascots that just are this weird kind of creature. But I don't know, it's everything from his giant nose to the hockey stick antlers to just the giant hula hoop belly. The green's my favorite color. It's just a funny mascot, and again, mascots are supposed to be entertaining, so none of these are on the intimidation scale, and I don't know, there's something about him that I'm just drawn to. I think he's a hilarious looking mascot, and he's just fun to watch just during games. Like, they'll cut to the mascot at times, and just, I don't know, Victor E. Green, very unique name. Very unique mascot, so that also played a factor into this. Number 7, so we're almost halfway there, but that is Victor E. Green, the Dallas Stars. All right, so we have another animal on this list, and I like these little lead-ins to it because you can't really tell who the next one's gonna be, because there's a lot of animals, there's a lot of giant hula hoop belly ones. So for the next NHL mascot at number 6, I have Mick E Moose. So kind of play from Mickey Mouse, I feel like, but Mick E Moose from the Winnipeg Jets. I love the aviator helmet for the Winnipeg Jets. The giant goofy smile, the antlers. Again, it's so well done and it's so entertaining to look at, and the name is great. It doesn't make the top 5 for reasons that hopefully you all will understand, but Mickey Moose is just, he's so goofy looking, but he's so well done. It's not just that he's goofy, it looks good. And again, that little old school aviators, pilot's helmet, whatever, is just, it's so entertaining, man. I don't know, I like everything about this mascot, and moose are very common in, you know, the far north and northeast, northwest, whatever. So I think it's fitting for Canada and for the Winnipeg Jets with the little pilot theme. It's just a very smart combination of some things that are more prevalent in that area and to the team specifically. So Winnipeg Jets, Mickey Moose, I think it's funny. I like it a lot. It's almost in the top 5. That comes next. Okay, so this one may surprise my wife a little bit, but at number 5, I have Chance from the Vegas Golden Knights. So similar to Mickey Moose, it's a animal unique to that area. It's I believe a monitor lizard or desert lizard or something to that effect, some sort of reptile. But so it's unique to that area. Chance, the name plays on, you know, Vegas, the odds, the gambling, and I love the color scheme and the amount of detail that went into this mascot. I know he's one of the newer mascots, but it's very unique. I didn't like it at first because if you look at it dead on, the face it looks weird, just very like blocky. But if you turn it to the side and like look at the side pictures of this guy, the amount of detail that went into this mascot is amazing, and I love that. And again, at first glance, I think he would be creepy, but again, you look at these like side photos and whatnot with him with the fans, and in a weird way, kind of adorable. I don't know, it's just strange to think of a reptile as adorable when it's not like covered in fluff for a mascot. It's actually true to the nature. It's like scaly kind of looking and like this cracked skin or whatever. Very unique, very interesting, and number 5. So Chance, the monitor lizard from the Vegas Golden Knights, is in my top 10. Moving on. And at number 4, the meme machine himself, Gritty from the Philadelphia Flyers. This guy, man, he's in almost every video that you see in the NHL. He is just so random. You either love him or you hate him. It's very hard to get in between. He likes to piss off fans from the opposing team and some of the broadcasters from NBC. I think was it Elliot Friedman? No, not Elliot Friedman. Gosh, there was another guy on NBC that he would constantly mess with. But he's out golfing, he's out doing stunts, he's just constantly doing wild things during games, in between games, taking just the weirdest photos. Like he did a photo shoot similar to Kim Kardashian. That was hysterical. It's a creepy mascot at first glance. Like if you just look at like some homeless guy in the middle of the woods, just he's rough around the edges, but Gritty plays into the Broad Street bullies, like a lot of grit, toughness in Philadelphia, and specifically in that era with the Broad Street bullies, the years they won the cup. He's a weird mascot, man, but he's so entertaining. Again, it's that giant hula hoop belly that I like that mascots have, and for this guy, it just fits. It's one of those out there mascots, like Victory Green. It's just, what is it? Nobody has a freaking clue, but the meme machine himself, Gritty, makes the number 4 on this list. He's just creepy yet endearing. I don't know. Just a very strange mascot. Moving on. Alrighty, so the top 3 here. So at number 3, I actually really like this story. The mascot itself didn't make a whole lot of sense at first, and that is Sparky the Dragon for the New York Islanders. So, dragons are badass. I like dragons in general. The color scheme fits the New York Islanders color scheme. I didn't understand the dragon. You know, I was like, okay, the Islanders, is there some folklore that dragons were the islands? I didn't understand it. Then I come to find out that there was an arena football team called the New York Dragons, and the New York Islanders basically adopted him as their mascot. And I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that's a way to keep things together within a city, and I really like that. Like, you know, for example, Pittsburgh, all of their teams have that black and yellow color scheme, which I do wish some cities would do, truly. But others, I don't think it works as well. And in this case, nothing to do with color, but I like how, you know, they take this defunct or collapsed arena football team mascot and they bring them in as their own mascot. And I mean, you think an island, something big, dragon, I guess it kind of works, but, you know, for none other reason than the story and just dragons are badass looking, and it's a well done mascot. Sparky the Dragon is my number 3. All right, at number 2, all my 90s kids gather around because Wild Wing is back. Wild Wing makes this list at number 2, and it's just a cool mascot, man. I mean, this goalie mask on this duck, the mascot itself, there's always pictures and videos of him doing stunts, and I mean, just look at it. Wild Wing. Like the 90s, the Mighty Ducks, the cartoon show, the list goes on and on and on and on and on as to why this mascot is in the top 10. Surprisingly not my number 1, but Wild Wing. Nostalgia factor, badass factor, the fans love him, the kids love him, I think the players love him. Like, it's a cool mascot, man. So Wild Wing makes number 2. I don't want to go further in depth than that. I kind of want to spend more time on number 1. But Wild Wing, I feel like, is one of those that just speak for itself. Especially if you're a hockey fan, or a hockey fan growing up in the 90s, this is a really, really cool mascot. So Wild Wing, even though they changed the main logo for the Anaheim Ducks from the Mighty Ducks to the Ducks, he stayed around, changed his colors a bit. He's not going anywhere. Wild Wing, number 2. Moving on. At number 1, a mascot that I got to meet in person on Halloween night in Nashville, Tennessee, Nash, from the Nashville Predators. And this saber-toothed cat is badass. It's a well-made mascot. He's cool to look at. He's entertaining to watch. He's doing zip lines from the top of the stadium. He's driving around on ATVs on the ice, constantly interacting with fans. The overall look of it is just so cool. And when I met him, there's a picture of me and him that I have where he's in a Halloween costume. He's the Phantom of the Opera, and he's wearing his, oh my goodness, the Nashville Predators have these warm-up jerseys of skeletons, which is pretty cool. So it was cool to be there on Halloween night. Even cooler to get to meet the mascot in person. Just the actions that he has and just like the way he's able to interact with the fans. Just a really badass, really cool mascot. And again, like I said, really well made. That played a huge factor. It looks like it's a whole body suit. I don't really have anything negative to say about Nash from the Nashville Predators. And it's a saber-toothed cat. It's pretty badass. What else can I say? But Nash makes number 1 of my top 10 mascot rankings. There you have it. Well, all right, so that's gonna do it for my top 10 mascot rankings. What did you think? Do you have your own top 10 mascot rankings? Is there a mascot you would have put above the other? Let me know if you agree with my comments on mascots like Spartacat, who I think are homeless and they need to be updated. So, don't be afraid, voice your opinion in the comment section. So click like if you like this video, click subscribe, and if you really like this video, make sure you share this video with your friends and family. Make sure you check out other videos that we have on the main channel for Slice of Life. And next week, Stanley Cup Final. Who's it gonna be? The Islanders, the Lightning, the Canadiens, the Knights. We're down to the Final 4, soon to be Final 2. Thank you again for watching. Stay saucy.